If everyone could find their seats, we'll get started with our program tonight. Well, good evening, everyone. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the Krannert Alumni Awards and Celebration Dinner. I'm Jay Ackridge. I serve as Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Diversity here at Purdue. And the first order of business is for me to tell you to please enjoy your first course as we begin our festivities tonight. So please go ahead and get started. We're just excited that you could all be here tonight to help us honor our very special alumni from the Krannert Graduate School and the School of Management, and to help us thank some of our most dedicated supporters. It's great to be able to be back in person once again. I was talking with several of you about that. We've had many events celebrating excellence on campus this month. It's really our first normal April since 2019, so it's a busy one. But one of our deans said the other day that he was out of practice for these events. It had been a while since he had to dress up and be nice to people who are in the same room he was. So hopefully we'll get back in the swing of things here in the coming days. But tonight I thought I'd start by not talking about our celebration this evening, but sharing a very brief story with you about a celebration that took place at Massachusetts Agricultural College on June 21st, 1887. So on that night they were celebrating the 25th anniversary of the passage of the Morrill Land Grant Act. So that's the piece of legislation, federal legislation, that laid the groundwork for land grant institutions such as Purdue University. So the guest of honor that night was the United States Senator from Vermont, the Honorable Justin Smith Morrill. That's the individual for whom the act is named. Of course, they asked him to say a few words, and here's an excerpt of what he said that evening. So land grants, such as Purdue University, must derive all of their dignity not from any real or supposed obstacles encountered in their origin, but from the substantial equivalent they give for the 4 years of vigorous life surrendered by students to their guidance, and from the luster reflected upon them by their alumni. Now, if President Daniels were here, he'd say less than 4 years on that vigorous point, but I kind of digress, all right? But from the earliest days of land-grant university, Senator Morrill understood the importance of alumni, and I couldn't agree more. Our Boilermaker alumni are even more important to us today than they were to Senator Morrill when he spoke those words more than a century ago. You know, from the moment our students graduate from Purdue and leave this campus as Purdue alumni, whether they decide to go into business, the nonprofit sector, government, academia, professional or graduate school, to the rest of the world, wherever they go, you represent Purdue. And whatever you accomplish becomes part of that luster reflected upon this university. And when you consider we have about 575,000 living Boilermaker alumni around the world, and 40,000 of those are Krannert and School of Management alumni, that's a lot of luster. And a fundamental reason for the global accolades this university receives. So today I just want to take this opportunity to say to all of the alumni in the ballroom, on behalf of all of us at Purdue and the School of Management, we're deeply grateful for your leadership, and we could not be prouder of your achievements. I don't need to tell anyone in this room that the world of work is being transformed at an extraordinary rate, which means the education that we provide at a place like Purdue, and maybe especially our School of Management, must transform at an extraordinary rate as well. And I'm not going to steal much of Dean Hummel's thunder, maybe just a little bit, but I believe our School of Management is on an entirely new and positive trajectory under his leadership. This new undergraduate integrated business and engineering Bachelor of Science program, which is a joint program between the School of Management and our College of Engineering, Larson Leaders Academy, a full and growing portfolio of online programs, an exciting new marketing campaign. I could continue on, and hopefully he's had a chance to brief you on some of the exciting things happening in the School of Management. But the buzz around the school is real, and if you want some proof, applications to our management undergraduate program are up 35% this year. Okay, it's really extraordinary. So thanks, Dean Hummels, for your terrific leadership. So the focus on innovative programming brings me to our newest academic program in the School of Management. Through the extraordinary generosity of the White family, the School of Management is adding to its academic portfolio the Dean V. White Real Estate Finance Program. This program is going to connect with the real estate industry partners to deepen engagement with the university, to complement and support Krannert's signature transformative student experiences, and ultimately become internationally recognized for thought leadership in real estate strategy, partnerships, financing, and regulation. 2 weeks ago today, on April 8th, the Board of Trustees and the university expressed our deepest gratitude to the Bruce White family for a gift of more than $20 million from the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation that will help us hire faculty and create or renovate any space needed to support the real estate finance program. And I need to say this was an idea Bruce brought to us. He laid out a need for talent in this dynamic area and pointed out that other universities were not stepping up, that Purdue had an opportunity. Long story short, I believe this was one of those ideas that the more we explored it, the better it looked. The school had a large number of alumni working in real estate, had a faculty with strength in finance and economics, in addition to the strong industry interest in the national leadership and the lack of national leadership in the area. We appreciate that Bruce chose to name the program after his father, Dean. Bruce has said this about his dad. He believed in excellence, innovation, and he managed risk-taking, all things that Purdue's excelled in. So we sure appreciate that, and we're going to do our very best to honor his father's name. Purdue's had an exceptional partnership with Bruce and Beth White for many years, and this new program is a very timely addition. We're grateful for Bruce's vision and Bruce and Beth's support. Both of them are Boilermakers, and many of their personal accomplishments are presented in your programs, including their extraordinary involvement with and generosity to Purdue. And that includes a major investment in our hospitality and tourism management program that they made last fall. Dean of the College of Health and Human Sciences, Marion Underwood, is with us here tonight. So unfortunately, the Whites could not be with us this evening, but Bill Hanna, Executive Director of the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation, is here to speak on their behalf. But Bill, before you come up, we'd like to play a video that was made especially for this occasion.
This tremendous gift will give the Krannert School an edge on many different fronts. First, it will allow us to create 4 new faculty positions and provide the prestige and resources to recruit and retain talented faculty members. We think they'll be expanding the frontier of knowledge in a critical and changing field. It also allows us to create separate tracks for minors in real estate for Krannert and non-Krannert majors, highlighting our commitment to cross-disciplinary education at Purdue. The combination of outstanding faculty and students will help us to answer a growing industry demand, both for research expertise and especially talent. This is not just the largest monetary gift in the Krannert School's history, it is one that can transform the school for decades to come. On behalf of all Krannert students, faculty, staff, and alumni, I want to thank you, Bruce, for your belief in your school and your university. We look forward to the giant leaps to come made possible by your support.
The overall goal of Transformative Education 2.0, one of Purdue's next moves, is to create and deliver the most innovative residential undergraduate program in the country among Research One universities. The Dean B. White Real Estate Finance Program will help us do just that by attracting the highest quality faculty and students with an interest in real estate to our campus. Those faculty members will be national research leaders, deeply engaged with industry partners. This will enable both a unique and highly relevant classroom experience and high-impact experiential learning opportunities for students in the program. This combination of discipline-leading faculty and partnerships with key individuals and firms in the real estate industry will create the kind of innovative academic experience that will both attract exceptional students and prepare them for industry-leading positions and careers. We also believe this gift and program will inspire others with a similar vision for the future, a vision to help transform the lives of our students, ensuring that Purdue remains one of the most innovative universities in the nation. Thank you, Bruce, for your transformative investment in the School of Management and Purdue.
It was one of the great privileges of my life to get to know Dean White in his later years. He was brilliant, obviously very successful, but always very modest about his many accomplishments. I think he would be doubly pleased at today's announcement. First of all, that real estate finance is going to become, as it probably should have been a long time ago, a bigger part of business education at Purdue. Secondly, I think that seeing the success of his own son, our own Bruce White, who has honored his father throughout his life through his own accomplishments, and today by the generosity which makes this step forward possible. With the fondest of memories for the great Dean White, and the most profound gratitude to his son, our man Bruce. I'm just happy to be part of the celebration of this great and overdue day. Hail Purdue.
So I'd like to invite Mr. Bill Hanna to the podium to offer some remarks on behalf of Bruce and Beth.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you all for allowing me to be here tonight to represent the White family. It's extremely humbling for me to do so, I can tell you. Bruce and Beth are not here tonight, regretfully. They're under the weather, and out of an abundance of caution, decided not to come, and I think we could call that Hoosier hospitality. But I'm told that Bruce is watching the event in real time right now. So, hi, Bruce and Beth. Hope you're feeling well. I just want to thank Purdue University, of course, the trustees, President Daniels, the administration, leadership, and the alumni for not only this wonderful evening, but your constant leadership, your constant striving for innovation and excellence. And I was going to say on a global scale, but then I was reminded that it's gone beyond that. We've put a few people in space, I think, as well. So, so far beyond that. And, you know, this program is going to be so important. It's really near and dear to Dean's heart and really Bruce's as well. Dean's true love, second to his family, was the creation of the perfect, consummate deal in real estate development. And I think because of the nuances and creativity, the fairness that exists in it when it's done right, the catalytic nature of it when it's done right, what it inspires and spawns and gives birth to in terms of jobs for individuals and kids that are put through college as a result, a higher quality of life in communities, and a lot of buzzwords that people use now to describe things that we need that have been happening a long time with the White family and with Purdue University graduates. And so I really don't think we could think of a better home for such a program here, and I think for the White family to have a living legacy, not a brick and mortar only, but that living legacy for Dean and Bruce and everyone and their values to be found in the individuals that come out of Purdue University is really the highest and the best thing that we can do, and really pleases the family. So I think if Bruce were here with us tonight, and of course if Mitch were here as well, they'd be saying, let's get to work. So we're really excited about seeing the results and seeing this room filled with people who eventually graduate from this program or out there across the globe and beyond, making things happen in real estate and finance. So thank you so much on behalf of the White family and on behalf of the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation. Have a great evening.
Thanks again, Bill, for being here, for sharing those words on behalf of Bruce and Beth. Now, please enjoy your meal, and the recognition of our 2022 Krannert Alumni Awards will follow. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Let me try that again. Good evening, everyone. It's good to see you. I don't know if the events team has got a pair of sunglasses, it would be useful up here because it is like some kind of bright up here. Hi, everybody. If you have not finished your dinner, you're allowed to keep eating while I'm talking. That will work well. My name is David Hummels. I'm the Dr. Samuel R. Allen Dean of the Krannert School of Management. We're really pleased to have you all here tonight to celebrate our Alumni Awards and the wonderful gift you just heard about before dinner. We use the word transformational a lot at Krannert these days, and the reason is that it's a word that invites us to imagine what could be possible if we set our sights high enough, if we expect more from our students, from our faculty and staff, and from our alumni, and if we rally around common goals and outcomes. The gift that Bruce and Beth White have provided serves as really a transformational catalyst for the school. It allows us to offer new degree programming in real estate and real estate finance. These are topics that had not gotten attention in our curriculum. I think even more importantly, and this is, I'm going to go off script here a little bit, but it gave us an opportunity to come together as a faculty. We didn't do the hiring for the real estate team in the way we typically do. Typically what I would do is I'd go to my finance area and say, here's a faculty line, go do what you want to do, or my human resources group, go hire somebody. Instead, we brought together faculty from all over the school, and we said, the goal here is to find the very best people you can. Look everywhere. Look in any university you want, anywhere around the world, find the absolutely best people that you can to lead this program. And I'm thrilled to say that not only did we hire, coming into this fall, some really extraordinary talent, some people who are really going to make this program really sing, but in the act of doing that, it changed the way we work together as a faculty in a way that I hope is a model for how we can do things going forward. So I think it's one of these kinds of things where sometimes gifts not just about the resources they provide, it's about the kind of cultural change that they can catalyze. And so so I'd like to, if you indulge me for a moment, a number of the faculty who worked on that team to bring the real estate program together and to do the hiring are here in the audience. Join me in giving them a round of applause, if you would, please. I think they're hiding in the back of the room over there. So anyway, so the gift, apart from what I just talked about, will give us much needed investment in facilities, in faculty lines, in curriculum innovation, and in broadening our student experiences. All of these things are really vital as we pursue our goals of being an absolutely top-ranked undergraduate program. So we want to thank Beth and Bruce for their investment in the school. We appreciate their trust in our plans, and we're going to assure that we do everything in our power to really maximize the impact of that gift. Now, Bruce is just one of many highly successful Krannert alumni who've enhanced our school's reputation. In the next few minutes, we're going to be hearing more about this year's Alumni Award recipients. All of them have made really tremendous contributions in the business world and in their communities, and they serve as role models for the next generation of business leaders. As part of our alumni conference weekend, we have two boards that are vital to the school's success. They're here in attendance tonight. Our Krannert Dean's Advisory Council provides really valuable strategic input and advice to me and to our faculty and staff, as well as providing a conduit to to the business world for many of our high-achieving graduates. So I'd like our Dean's Advisory Council members to please stand and be recognized. They're also very useful at straightening me out from time to time. So thanks for that. The Krannert School Alumni Association directly engages students, faculty, and alumni to help build a much stronger network for our community and for our students. By assisting with events and helping to connect fellow alums in engagement and experiential learning opportunities, they further the mission of the Krannert School in a really profound way. I'd like to ask our Krannert School Alumni Association members to please stand and be recognized. You know, I will tell you, those of us who step into dean roles don't always know exactly what to expect, and some people approach different aspects of the job with some trepidation. I will say that some of the best moments of my time as the dean at Krannert have been my interactions with our alumni. I especially appreciate those alumni who have remained connected to the school over really long periods of time and distance, and I want to acknowledge a couple of those groups right now. So would members of our 25-year alumni class please stand and be recognized? 25 years. If you're out there someplace, you're hiding. And I'm told, do we have some members of our 50-year graduating class here as well? Around someplace? Right here, thank you. Excellent. We'd like to thank you for being part of tonight's celebration. For those of you who have not been on campus for a while, as you can see, there have been a few physical changes. I was just talking to Scott Moorhead. Evidently, we just put the grass down in front of the Union yesterday. So, you know, it's kind of just-in-time preparation of facilities for everybody that we're all about here. It's part of our supply chain heritage. But one thing that's never changed through all of those changes in our physical facilities, and that's the passion that our alumni have for Purdue and for the Krannert School. So for us to achieve our goals, we need your help and your support. So please offer your time and your talent to mentor a student, to speak in class, or to recruit and hire the tremendous graduates we're producing in our programs. I meant to touch base with Amber Watkins, our Director of Alumni Relations, right before I came up here. I think we're at something like 1,000 alumni engagements this year. Is that about right? Over 1,000 instances in which an alum has come to speak in class or mentored a student, helped us with case competitions, those sorts of things. It's really sort of extraordinary, that volume of engagement. And I'm going to tell you, we're greedy for more. And so those of you who haven't had a chance to engage with us yet, there are tremendous opportunities, and Amber can help make that happen. Of course, we also accept cash, checks, and credit cards. So thank you again for your participation. So Matt Folk is over here clapping. Wanted to make sure. I don't think I actually wrote this in my notes. I think Matt got a hold of the copy before it came up on the podium. Anyway, thanks again for your participation in the Alumni Weekend and tonight's celebration. At this point, I would like to call our Director of Alumni Relations, Amber Watkins, to the stage to present this year's Alumni Awards. Amber?
Thank you, Dean Hummels. It is my pleasure to introduce to you this year's class of Krannert Alumni Award recipients. The Krannert Business Leadership Award is presented to an individual who has achieved success in business and in the community. It is the highest honor given by the school. This year's recipient received a bachelor's degree in engineering from West Point and served as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army. He then earned a master's degree in industrial administration from Purdue and began his career with Goodrich Corporation, a supplier of aerospace and defense systems and services, in 1977 as an operations analyst and finance manager. From there, he became a director of planning and analysis, director of product marketing, assistant to the president, and general manager of many segments of the company's aerospace businesses. He was named president and chief operating officer for Goodrich Aerospace and President and Chief Operating Officer of Goodrich, before taking over as Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of Goodrich, a position he held from 2003 to 2012. Harvard Business Review named him one of the top 100 best performing CEOs in the world, based on his ability to create long-term value for his company in a global and corporately responsible marketplace. He left his position when United Technologies acquired Goodrich and now serves as a director for UTC, as well as serving on the boards for Becton, Dickinson and Company, and Air Lease Corporation. He and his wife Susan have been very generous to Purdue, providing several large gifts to the Krannert School. The Larson Leaders Academy provides opportunities for high-achieving business students to fulfill their career goals. From Scottsdale, Arizona, the 2022 Krannert Business Leadership Award recipient, Marshall Larson. Our next award is the Krannert Distinguished Alumni Award. This is presented to Krannert graduates who have demonstrated success in their professions, community service achievements, and service to Purdue University and the Krannert School. This year's recipient was recruited to Purdue into the Business Opportunity Program by the legendary Dr. Cornell Bell. He interrupted his career to enlist in the U.S. Army, but kept a promise to his mother by returning to school to earn a master's degree in management in 1980. He returned to the Army as a second lieutenant and spent more than 3 decades in the service before retiring honorably from active service as a colonel in 2011, earning an MBA from Syracuse University in the middle. Among his assignments, he was Chief Operating Officer of the William Beaumont Medical Center in El Paso, CEO of the 86th Combat Support Hospital in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, Chief Operating Officer of the Northern Atlantic Regional Medical Command, and the JTF National Capital Region, and CEO of the Carl R. Darnall Army Medical Center at Fort Hood, Texas. After retiring from the military, he became a Vice President for Comprehensive Health Services and most recently a VP of Worldwide Healthcare Solutions for Acuity International, which enables mission continuity and stability for government and enterprise organizations, including those located in Iraq, Afghanistan, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom. From Cape Canaveral, Florida, the 2022 Krannert Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, Colonel Casper Jones. The Krannert Distinguished Service Award is presented to individuals who have given distinguished service to enhance the visibility of the Krannert School and the quality of its programs. This year's recipient earned a bachelor's degree in Industrial and Labor Relations from Cornell University and a master's degree in Human Resource Management from the Krannert School. She began a successful HR career with GE in 1990, starting in the Human Resource Leadership Program and finishing as an HR manager with GE Healthcare. She then became VP of Human Resources at Froedtert Hospital in Milwaukee, and then Senior VP for Human Resources with Fiserv. In 2013, she opened her own business, Endwell Coaching and Consulting, where she serves as an executive coach, facilitator, and HR consultant. She has also served as Interim Associate Vice Chancellor for HR at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. She has served both of her alma maters, as well as her community. She serves on the board of Kathy's House, a hospital guest house in Milwaukee, and is involved with COA youth and family centers in the area. She is president of the Cornell Alumni Club of Wisconsin and a member of the Cornell University Council. She is also a long-term member of the Krannert School Alumni Association and serves as a Krannert mentor. She was instrumental in the creation of the Krannert Global Toast, an annual event tied to Herman Krannert's birthday that celebrates the school's alumni family. From Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, the 2022 Krannert Distinguished Service Award recipient, Liz Foreman. The John S. Day Distinguished Alumni Academic Service Award recognizes an outstanding graduate whose service within the academic community reflects the spirit and service of former Krannert Dean John Day to Purdue University and the Krannert School. Before we introduce this year's recipient, we would like to acknowledge last year's awardee who was unable to join us last fall. Last year's recipient earned a bachelor's degree in electrical and computer engineering from Purdue. He stayed to receive a master's degree and doctorate in management from the Krannert School. He was one of several PhD students to be mentored by the legendary Frank Bass, a giant in the field of marketing. After his graduation in 1972, he joined the faculty at Ohio State, where he remained until his retirement in 2003. During his time there, he served as chair of the marketing department, academic director of MBA programs, and co-director of the Supply Chain Management Research Group, and he was a Dean's Distinguished Professor. He was a 3-time recipient of the college's Outstanding Graduate Teaching Award. His expertise was highly sought in the corporate world. He served as a director for several companies, including Medex, Sensotech, and Prospect Bank. A former captain in the U.S. Army Reserve, he began his consulting work to support the Department of Defense recruiting and advertising efforts for its all-volunteer force. He's also a racing enthusiast, competing in several events, including the National Autosport Association Championships. From Columbus, Ohio, the 2021 John S. Day Distinguished Alumni Academic Service Award recipient, James Ginter. This year's recipient has been a fixture at the Krannert School for more than 4 decades. After earning a bachelor's degree at the University of Kentucky, she earned a master's and doctorate in management from Krannert in 1978 and immediately joined the faculty that year as assistant professor. She was promoted to associate professor in 1984. She is one of the most celebrated teachers in the history of the Krannert School. She was a member of the inaugural class of the Teaching Academy Fellows at Purdue and received the Teaching for Tomorrow Award from the university. She received the Purdue Outstanding Undergraduate Teaching Award from Purdue in 1989 and was twice named Outstanding Undergraduate Teacher at Krannert. She also received the Most Effective Master's Program Teacher Award and was twice voted by master's students the recipient of the Salgo Noren Award. Since 2011, she has served as Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs and has been a fierce advocate for the school's undergraduate students and programs. She was a major influence in the creation of new majors and the founding of the Larson Leaders Academy, among other initiatives. Last year, the school renamed the Dr. Charlene Sullivan Transformative Impact Award in her honor, recognizing members of the Krannert community for their efforts outside the realm of teaching and research. She has served on a number of boards, including the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, Lafayette Family Services, Home Hospital, and Purdue Federal Credit Union. From West Lafayette, the 2022 John S. Day Distinguished Alumni Academic Service Award recipient, Charlene Sullivan. The Burton D. Morgan Entrepreneurship Award recognizes achievement and creativity in the field of entrepreneurship. This year's recipient earned a bachelor's degree in management in 2001. He became involved in the family business, Moorhead Communications, which was founded by his grandfather in 1937. What began as an electric company expanded to include phone service and then cellular service. Today, it operates under the parent company Round Room, with entities including TCC, Wireless Zone, Culture of Good, and Redux. Since taking over as a third-generation CEO in 2008, our recipient has grown annual revenues in the company to more than $2 billion. Round Room is the second largest privately held company in Indiana. TCC has been named to the Inc. 5000 list of the nation's fastest-growing private companies for 4 consecutive years, and it's held a position in Inc. magazine's Higher Power Awards as one of the country's top job creators. Our recipient was recognized by Ernst & Young in 2018 as Entrepreneur of the Year. He's also been adamant that his company is a leading community partner. He co-founded the Moorhead Family Foundation, which has given away more than $10 million. The company has supported Riley Hospital for Children and donated backpacks full of school supplies for children around the country. He's also co-written a book titled Build a Culture of Good and has been involved in several nonprofit boards. From Indianapolis, the 2022 recipient of the Burton D. Morgan Entrepreneurship Award, Scott Moorhead. Our final award is the Young Alumni Award, given to an individual, age 40 or under, who has shown exceptional progress and early career achievement. This year's recipient earned a bachelor's degree in management from Purdue in 2009. He was a management ambassador and involved with the School of Management Employers Forum in his time on campus before starting his corporate career as an Orr Fellow and Senior Financial Analyst with Author Solutions. But he felt something was missing. Growing up as a child in the military family, he joined the Marines in 2011 as an intelligence officer. He deployed twice, including time in Afghanistan. In his role, he was responsible for the tactical training and day-to-day management of more than 165 fellow Marines. After 5 years of military service, he transitioned to the reserves as a captain and earned an MBA from UCLA, where he was named a John Wooden Global Leadership Fellow. Upon graduation, he took a position as Global Operations Manager at Qualtrics, where he managed business intelligence and analytics teams and managed a talent incubator. Last year, he took a new position that allows him to combine his military and his business backgrounds as Customer Experience Leader at Street Smarts VR. The company, which is designed, built, and supported by veterans and first responders, delivers virtual reality training to state and local police departments. From Salt Lake City, Utah, the recipient of the 2022 Young Alumni Award, Gerald Sims. That concludes this year's Alumni Awards. Could we give one final round of applause for all of our recipients? And with that, I'd like to call Dean Humbles back to the podium for some closing comments.
Thanks, Amber. And let me add my congratulations to all of our award winners. They represent the best and the brightest of our illustrious graduates, and they serve as tremendous role models for our current and our prospective students. I'd also like to express my thanks to all of the graduates who've returned to campus to be part of the Alumni Conference. We hope it's an annual tradition that you will continue, and we urge you to talk to your fellow classmates about participating in next year's event. Our goal is to take up both this ballroom and the next ballroom and to have a standing room only space outside as well. Finally, one more thank you to Bruce and Beth White for your transformative gift. It helps us to represent our small steps forward to our goal of becoming one of the top undergraduate business programs in the entire world. And we're grateful for your generosity and your confidence in our vision. We wish you all safe travels home or across the street to Harry's, whichever comes first. Good evening and hail Purdue.
May she never lack, ever grateful, ever true, thus we raise